morning and welcome dear students in online English video class. Today we are again in chapter number 3, that is adjective. In today's class we shall be studying about compound adjectives, comparison of adjectives, then order of adjective, and then after we will be solving exercise D to K. So without waste of time, let us begin the class. Here dear children is written about a compound adjective. So compound adjectives are made up of two or more words and they are often joined by a hyphen. Clear? So it's very easy to understand the adjective which are made up of more or two or more words and also joined by hyphen are known as a compound adjective. See example, you will be getting more. Example says that I have never known a more kind-hearted person. Here the word kind-hearted is works as an adjective and also joined by hyphen, so it's a compound adjective. Second says I will wear that bottle green dress today. So that bottle green is used as a compound adjective, that is joined by a hyphen. Okay, let us see more about it. If the first part of the adjective is an adverb, then there is no hyphen between the words that make up the adjective. Clear, student? Here it's saying that if the first part of the adjective is an adverb, then there will be no hyphen in between the words. Clear? See, I came across a funnily dancing monkey. See here there is no hyphen because the word funnily is used as a adverb. Clear? In the same way, the second says I noticed the carefully cleaned kitchen in that house. Okay, so carefully cleaned is adjective. Here carefully is adverb and cleaned is adjective. Here there is no hyphen because the word carefully is used as a adjective. That the point number 1 says. Okay, now let us see exercise D. You have to here do match the compound adjectives with their appropriate meaning. So the first says weak-kneed, second short-sighted, single-minded, able-bodied, hard-pressed, thick-skinned, well-known, and then self-seeking, broad-minded, and hard-nosed. So here I have given all the answers. I have done numbering. You can see that answer 1 weak-kneed is answer E, and E is shaky, lacking courage. Answer 2 short-sighted is H. H is lacking imagination or foresight. Then answer 3 single-minded is A, focused or determined. Answer 4 able-bodied is answer G, that is physically sound and strong. Answer 5 hard-pressed is B, so under a lot of stress or strain. Then 6 is thick-skinned, so answer is I. I will be unaffected by criticism. Then answer 7 will be when known, the answer C, widely known. Then answer 8 self-seeking is D, caring only about personal gain. Okay, so answer 9 is broad-minded, its answer will be F. Here the F says tolerant and non-conservative. Then the last is hard-nosed, answer number G, realistic and determined, tough-minded. So now this exercise is finished. Now let us move towards the next exercise, that is exercise number E. So exercise number is saying that fill in the blanks with the compound adjectives from exercise D. Okay, so D and E both are related to each other. What we have done in exercise D, so that only we are going to fill in exercise E. Clear? So see that I have written, children, that we need to carry heavy parcels to the car. We need a few able-bodied people. Clear? Number 2, considering the necessary required to fix the roads, we are hard pressed for money. Number 3, we should be broad-minded and not let petty prejudices rule our view of others. Number 4, one has to be thick-skinned not to be embarrassed by such criticism. Number 5, she has become a very well-known artist and her paintings are very popular. Number 6, we need to finish this project, so let's get down to it with a single-minded attitude. Now children, we have completed this also. Now let us talk on comparison of adjective. Okay, we are proceeding the class with a comparison of adjective. So I hope that you must be familiar with the three types of adjective that is given in the table. I'm making it bigger so that you can see it properly. So here you can see that there are three types of comparison in adjective. First is positive, then comparative, and then superlative. So in positive, first of all we are talking about uh, regular adjectives. Children, this page is given on your book, that is page number 22. You can see in your book that in regular adjective the positive adjectives become large, then larger, and then largest, then clear, clearer, clearest, and then poor, poorer, and poorest. So these are regular adjectives. Now we'll talk on irregular adjectives. About regular and irregular adjectives I have already discussed you in the classes. So now irregular adjective, good becomes better, and then best, then the bad will be worse and worst, far will further and furthest, many, more, and most. Then after, children, adjectives with more than two syllable. So now here adjectives with more than two syllable. So first to become intelligent, more intelligent, and most intelligent. Here confused and more confused, then after most confused. Okay, now see the next point says what. So here the next point is saying that when making an unequal comparison, we use the comparative degree of adjective with than. So children, we are knowing that when we want to do an unequal comparison, we use a comparative degree, and then after, when we use comparative degree, we must use the word than. Clear? See example, this room is larger than the earlier one, and then the air in the hills is poorer than in the city, So in both the sentences there are an unequal comparison that is used in these sentences, and also we use the word than to showing the comparison. Okay, now see the next point. Negative comparisons using not often use the positive degree adjective. See about negative comparison is saying that my left arm is not as strong as my right one. Is saying that negative comparison using not often, we use positive degree of adjectives. Clear? Okay, we use positive when we want to do a negative comparison, we use the word not, and then after the structure will be of positive degree. Clear? So my left arm is not as strong as my right one. Clear? See the second one, he is not as hard working as his sister. So it's very simple to understand the negative structure of a comparative degree. Okay, see the next point. When making a comparison at the same level, we use the positive degree of adjective. So my dear children, in the class I explained you what is the work and functions of positive degree. When we want to do a same level comparison, we use it, and we use the format like us, then us. Clear? See, the film is as interesting as its prequel. Okay, us, then adjective, then us. Second says, some say Kolkata is as fascinating as Cairo. So these are the structure that we use, that the both are equal at same level. Clear? See the next point. When one thing or person is singled out in a group, we use the superlative degree of adjective. When one thing or person is singled out in a group, we use superlative. Okay, see the example how it is singled in a group. So my brother is the tallest boy in this group. He is only the tallest, so that is why he become a singled one in that group. Clear? So he is a tallest boy in that group. The single boy, that is the tallest boy. Clear? This is the longest essay in the entire book. That only the essay that is singled. Okay, single and longest essay in that entire book. Clear? So on the basis of this, let us solve exercise number F. Your exercise number F is saying what? Just read that fill in the blanks with the comparative or superlative forms of adjectives given in the bracket. Some may have more than one answer. Clear? The first says, they claim that the new chairs are sturdier than the older ones. Number 2, nothing could be more fortunate than this. Number 3 will be Chimpanzees are cleverer than most people think. Number 4, the weather today is worse this month. Number 5, when I am older I will join taekwondo classes. Number 6, she said she would visit us when she is better. Number 7, our vocations always seem happier or the happiest to us. Number 8, the hamlet looks more crowded from up here. Number 9, it feels nicer to sit out in the park of all places. Number 10, your pens are more expensive than mine. Number 11, the classrooms on the first floor are brighter than those on the ground floor. 12, this story is more fascinating than any I have ever read. Number 13, in my class I live farther from the school than the others. Number 14, the lesson is clearer to me now than it was earlier. Clear? And the last is, my youngest sister eats faster than everybody else in the family. Okay, so now we have completed this exercise. Now let us move to the next topic, that is order of adjective. Okay, so it is very clear with its heading, order of adjective, how we should put order of adjective in a sequence. That is our next topic. So see, here it is written that a noun can be qualified by more than one adjective. Yes, we know that a noun can be qualified by more than one adjective we use in our regular sentences. Okay, so children, in such case adjective are placed in a certain order. Okay, when we use more than one adjective to qualify any noun, so we placed it in a certain order according to their meaning. Usually we follow the following sequence. Okay, so here is a sequence given in your book. You can read it in your book properly. It is given on page number 23. So first of all, the order is, you have to put opinion, that how good the noun is that the adjective is going to qualify. Then after, you have to put the order in sequence. Second is the size, how big it is. Then after, the other qualities of the noun that the adjective is going to describe. Then after, its age you have to put in order. Then color, then origin, from where it came, and then after the material, of what types of material it made of. Then after, type, and then purpose. Okay, so then after origin, from where it has taken from. Then after, made of, means the material you have to use, that the noun is made of which material. Then after, it's a kind, and then purpose. So when you want to keep the sequence of adjective in proper way, you have to use these types of a sequence in your mind. Now see the example, you will be getting more. So here is the example of the order of adjective. Okay, so your first example says that they have an impressive, extensive new metro rail transport system in the city. So here you can see the word impressive, extensive, new, metro, oil, transport. So there are a number of adjectives are used which is completely placed in a order. Clear? Number second, they will get body aches. They will get body aches if they travel in those awful, dirty, old road transport buses. So here also 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 adjectives are given, that is completely put in order. So on the basis of this, there is a new exercise, that exercise number G, that rewrite these sentences with the most suitable order of the adjective. So let us do it. So the first says, we visited a dash goods showroom recently, new, spacious, nice, sports. So the answer will be like that. The adjectives will be in correct order. Here I am saying to you, just see. We visited a nice, spacious, new sports goods showrooms recently. Number 2, we had a peaceful, smooth, long train journey last month. Number 3, we saw a beautiful ancient white marble tomb. Number 4. There are some slender, tall coconut palm trees on the beach. Number 5. Please wash that wet new blue bath towel. Number 6. He has discarded his tight lipped fitting short old leather jacket. Number 7. They bought an elegant, expensive Persian woolen carpet. And the last is I would like a sweet, creamy old vanilla ice cream. Okay, children, now move towards the next exercise, that is exercise H. Here you have to do what? Let's read. Underline the adjectives in the given sentences and state their type. The first says there are a few lotus plants in the pond. The word a few is an adjective of quantity. Number 2. There are some boys in the hall. The word some is adjective of quantity. Number 3. There isn't any sugar left. The word any is adjective of quantity. Number 4. There are any rose plants in your garden. The words any can be adjective of quantity or adjective of number. Then the 5. That gate is newly installed. The word that is demonstrative adjective. Number 6. The audience applauded the lead vocalist of the band at the annual concert. The word lead is proper adjective. Number 7. They ate a plate of French fries. The word French becomes a proper adjective. And then the last. She gave her husband a silver ring on their wedding anniversary. The word silver is adjective of quality. Clear? Now let us move to the next exercise, that is exercise number I. Exercise number I is saying that fill in the blanks using comparative or superlative forms of the adjectives in the bracket. So your first sentence will be like this. Helping others is one of the noblest deeds. Number 2. Your older brother is taller than you. Number 3. This is the couple's photo taken in their younger days. Number 4. This factory owner is the wealthiest man in the town. And number 5. Farah won the best athlete's trophy in this year. So dear children, then after we have completed this exercise number I. Now exercise number J. Here you have to do rewrite the following sentences by correcting the order of adjective in italics. Add commas wherever required. Okay, so is let me check in the book, just wait. Okay, so this is given on your page number 25. I have directly given the answer here, so you just check the questions in your book. So the first answer in your book, I'm just reading from the book, you just note it down somewhere. They walked through the narrow old congested busy street in the city. Narrow old congested busy street in the area. Here the answer will be what? Answer will be they walked through the busy congested narrow old street of the city. Okay, so like that children, you have to do the correct order of the sentence. So I hope the first answer I have given, and on the basis of this you have to do all the next point. Is very easy. And then after exercise number C, in exercise number exercise K is given here, that here you have to do complete the table by filling up the missing adjectives. Very simple, you have to only fill the missing adjectives in one word. Clear? So these two exercises will be homework for you, exercise number J and exercise K. And then in today's class we have completed. See, let me go to the first page. So children, here we have completed compound adjective, then comparison of adjective, then order of adjective, and exercise D2. Okay, see that here how compound adjective, and then after this exercise and then comparison is started. then see that all these we have completed in this class. For the next class, I just want to tell you that in the next video I will show chapter number 2. We will study chapter number 2, and then after we'll be solving all its exercises. And till that time you have to write all the exercises